Okay, I don't know. Alright, the Xbox app was saying there was an update for Halo, but then in another place it just had a play button, and I clicked the play button, and now it's showing me Halo intros. Yes. The celestial, mysterious, and magical sounds of feminine choir is exactly what Halo means to me. Hexagons is what Halo means to me. It's gonna cover all the infinite stuff in Inside Games, like the monetization, etc. No, there's bigger news, at the moment that we're working on for this week. And it's gonna, like, there's bigger news or more consequential news in this particular week. And I think it'll blow over. Bigger than Halo, yeah. Well, perhaps of more human gravity than Halo. I know it might be hard to imagine that. Alright, I'm just taking a peek at the volume levels here. Also, I'm hoping it kicks in with the Marty O'Donnell drums and the angry cellos. Or is it going to remain austere? Okay, going right into the choir. Can we get a lore brief from your perspective? Whale lover, I'd love to. Of the entire Halo universe. Okay. They're a covenant. And they're bad. They're religious and they have their own shit going on that I'm not too familiar with. Anyway, humans are in space and the Covenant's whipping their asses, so they have to start making some moral trade-offs to win the war. There's a scientist whose last name is Halsey, I believe. She wears a lab coat and she's blonde? She figured out how to, like, genetically manipulate... I'm making all this up. Don't correct me if I'm wrong until the very end, please. She found a way to genetically manipulate people into making them super soldiers. Like, it's pretty rough. It's like indoctrination, or it changes and scars people in some kind of way, leading to the ethical questioning of doing it. So she had to keep it a secret, basically. She made some rough decisions for the sake of humankind and created the Spartans, who are very cool. They're super muscular. They shoot guns a lot. And they shoot guns real good. And cool music plays when they're gun shooting. A whole lot of Breaking Benjamin, basically. They wear armor that has speakers on the outside that play Breaking Benjamin at loud volumes at all times during combat. It's acoustic warfare. I made all that part up. Sorry, I'm getting sidetracked. All right, so the Spartans are out there. They're actually whipping ass. They're kind of turning the tide, but there aren't enough of them, because it takes a long time to make them, or I don't know. It's especially grueling. The events of Halo Reach happen. There's a Spartan unit. I guess ODST's in there somewhere. Anyway, there's a Spartan unit that tried to defend Reach. Reach fell. Hence the fall of Reach. They took over Reach, those bastards. And then the Pillar of Autumn escapes Reach and jumps to a random location at the opening of Combat Evolved, is my understanding. Somehow they're tracked by the Covenant. The Pillar of Autumn, does it crash land on the Halo ring? It doesn't, right? I think oh yeah, that's right. They just have to evacuate. I think it blows up. So everyone bails out. They all land on the ring. Master Chief is there. You are Master Chief. A lot of music is playing. You're killing a lot of Covenant because these bastards are here. It turns out that the Halo ring itself is a weapon that was made by long ancient races to combat something called the Flood, which is a whole other problem. The Flood is basically, they're space zombies. They're like a parasitic thing that gets in you and makes you all tentacly and weird. And then you find this ancient spire with this weird fucking robot man who says a bunch of arcane shit to you, which is really, in my cynical estimation, it's just a bunch of loose ends that you leave open, so that if you ever have to go to that universe again, you can, like, you have hooks to tie into, and it creates a sensation of mystery in a larger universe that they then tried to expound on. Are there any Lovecraftian fuck monsters? Not yet. We haven't gotten to Halo 2. At the end of Combat Evolved, let's see here. You drive in a warthog as the ring's exploding, and not a whole lot is really resolved, as I recall. Halo 2. I haven't played Combat Evolved in like 15 years. I haven't played Halo 2 since Halo 2 came out. I did replay Halo 3 with Jacob recently, and that was delightful. Anyway, Halo 2. Master Chief, is on Earth now. He's got 2 guns. Halo 2 kind of shows a lot more of the Covenant side of things because you play portions of the game as the Arbiter, who was voiced by Keith David, I think. Yes. And the Arbiter's pretty cool. Rad character. It's that like sort of humanizing the other side, which is a weird term to use because they're aliens. But I remember the thing being like, he was sort of catching on to the religious zealotry that was taking over the Covenant and was like, wait, that's not right. That's going to get us killed. There's the Gravemind that has tentacles and speaks in rhyming couplets, I believe. And it just sort of said some random shit to Master Chief and Arbiter. There's tons more aliens. You're snapping necks. Breaking Benjamin is playing, literally in this case. And the game ends right before the last level because they had to crunch on getting multiplayer and just the game in general. Halo 2 actually has a really scary stories kind of talked about in shadow about the development process of that game and the shit people had to go through to get it out, which is interesting given that Halo Infinite has had a long dev cycle and was given another year. Okay, Halo 3. I just played Halo 3. I don't remember many plot elements of Halo 3. You're trying to find Cortana. That's right. Halo 3 is when like the rampancy thing starts happening. Cortana starts flipping out on you. She gets infected by the Gravemind or something. Yeah, they come back to Earth. It opens on Earth. Yeah, you gotta finish the fight because they didn't finish Halo 2, which became like a weird... Imagine slaughtering yourself and releasing a game before it's ready and then using that incident as a tagline to buy the next one. That's pretty neat. Halo 3 land on Earth. Covenant are digging up the portal to the Ark. Of course. Yeah, sure. Scarab tanks. That was, yeah, big worm tanks. Those were... So there were some... Kind of, I think, in an homage to Halo 2, which was one of the coolest set pieces of Halo 2, is like when you have to board a tank and take it out. There's like bigger and even larger scale encounters like that in Halo 3. Halo 3 is like way more Half-Life-y than I remembered it being. As a campaign, it's like they leaned way into like scripted events and sort of skybox events to make that seem like just a crazy roller coaster ride, and it's really cool. Halo 3 is a pretty fun game to play through, even though I don't remember a lot of the story events. Oh shit. Alright, Halo 4. Guess what? There's a new race in town, because we're tired of shooting at Covenant. So now we have the Prometheans. Protheans? Something like that. And instead of being, like, fleshy and purple, they're kind of like blocky and stuff. So, and they have, like, laser weapons, because I guess Tron Legacy was popular. That's a hypersimplification, but yeah, the Bionicles. I remember in Halo 4, they were not functionally all that different to fighting Covenant. You know, they had some different AI routines. I think the big difference was like another spread of guns. It gave them kind of the liberty to add like an entire new class of Promethean weapons that had like weird reload animations. I remember Master Chief like slamming his thumb on a little glowing bit. It was like a reload shine that he just had to be like bloop 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 because he wasn't actually pushing anything in the gun. Like there was nothing physical there that I remember. I just remember Master Chief thumbing a little bright gun clit. Apologies for the vulgarity, but that's where my mind goes. It's beautiful. It's beautiful is what it is. Halo 5. Nothing Matters is the subtitle of Halo 5. I remember plot-wise, you arrive at events as they're concluding, and you're sort of you're the party to it, but you don't do anything. Also, they seem to want to move this series away from Master Chief as a character, which makes no sense, because Master Chief's not even a character. He's just a grim dude who kill alien good and has a really nice voice. But you play as Locke, who's another Spartan. The marketing, like... I'm kind of surprised more people weren't pissed off. Maybe this was like just before being mad at video games could be a full-time career for people. No, it wasn't. But like, they teed up Halo 5 to be like, you're going to play as Locke and you're going to put a goddamn bullet in Master Chief's brain. Like, they tee up this huge Spartan throwdown. Because they kind of imply Master Chief is on the lam because he breaks orders to go after Cortana, who is like fully berserk or something. She's off in mystical AI space. Also I forgot. They gave Cortana an absolute rack in Halo 4. I forgot. This game probably has to do with Cortana, huh? I want to find a nice montage. Okay, here we go. Alright. Hopefully this is like... The thing you can't escape when playing Halo games is that they're made for teenage boys. I guess they're... No, those are... It's almost too like the... It's the shifting projection of female form, I feel like. Halo 4's is like bizarrely more realistic for a thick lady, but she's like... She's more matronly is how I... You know, the wide hips, the... kind of and droopier boobs, but it does speak like more motherly, more mom, which, so if Halsey is sort of seen as the mother of all Spartans, and she's the like AI lady riding around with you, it starts to get into weird Oedipian overtones, which again, that's one of the things that always bugged me about Halo, is the very obvious like your digital AI. Kind of Evangelion shit of like, you are scratching some weird dudes in a very particular way when you do that. But you know what you're doing. You know you're making a game for 14-year-old dudes who are trying to figure themselves out. It's okay because they can't have sex. Yes, that's true. Master Chief's pee is not stored in his balls because he doesn't have them. They're only stored in his massive dick, which is useless. And that's why it's used for pee storage. Anyway, there's nothing new here, really. But I, like, also they gave her toes, they gave her feets. Like, I don't know, I think it speaks to a certain domestic vision. Anyway, John sees Halsey as a mother figure, so Cortana, wow, you're right. Yep, actually, similar overtones were in Metal Gear Solid 3, except it was way more aware. Like, it didn't try to just kind of slip it under. It was very, I think, overt about the weird kind of, like, love but mother overtones that Naked Snake had with the boss. So it's interesting to see these sorts of things pop up in games, especially from the era when games were kind of market-tuned to horny boys. Alright, Halo 5. Yeah, Master Chief trying to find Cortana. Why does Okay, this is actually a legit question I have about Master Chief as a character and his motivations. Does the game or the universe ever put a pin on why he's trying to, like, pursue Cortana so much? Or is it actually sentimentality? Is he trying to save his, like, cyber mom girlfriend? And that's it? Love? Yeah. See, that's what, like... That, on the surface, that's certainly what you could imply. What the hell is all this? Ultra! I don't care. Stupid. It's more to do with player interest. She's also going insane and wants to murder everyone. That's true. If she goes rampant, yeah, she's doing some really bad shit. So I guess she is essentially turning into she has turned into a villain. But it's that like I can save her kind of thing. Or rather the player is left to assume that it's an I can save her kind of thing. Which is a neat point of ambiguity about Master Chief's motivations. Now it would be... Imagine a Halo narrative that requires Master Chief to make a very final decision about Cortana's existence in her rampant state. Like, would he just snap her cyberneck without thinking about it because he's programmed to be a soldier to defend the human race? Or would he go to extreme lengths to try to cleanse her of her weird AI sickness? I think that would speak a lot about not only the character, but the relation of the character and Master Chief being a projection of the supposed 14-year-old horny gamer into this world. So, I don't know. There's been some fun movements in Halo. I think there's been things injected into it that kind of like try to make it more of a mass market entertainment property. And you see some of those things reflected back through the campaign. That's not abnormal, you know? Everything does that. So it's been interesting because it's always been this like weird walk of is it a game where you're a pea dick filled marine man snapping alien necks, or is it a game that's introspective about science fiction and the lengths people will go to preserve their life and the beauty of the universe and all. Anyway, let's play the campaign. Okay, what? Oh. I wish I clicked this a long time ago. Well, it's a good thing the HD content pack is there. Neat. You didn't download the campaign yet. Well, you know, I went to the thing that said campaign and I hit download. And I foolishly thought that would download the campaign. But it's going fast. God bless Gigabit. Time to play Chrono Cross? No. This is one of the advantages of living in a major city. You can get a fat pipe. Fat pipe. Now, I have to eat a little crow on this. I should have known better. This is always how Halo works. Yeah, exactly, Bartholomew. It is like the Master Chief Collection portal. It doesn't install every chunk of the game. What's weird is, again in my hubris, I assumed since the listings in the store were actually separate for the campaign and for the multiplayer, that the campaign was the campaign and the multiplayer was the multiplayer. Usually when it's got like a chunked downloads inside the game, it's just one executable that goes to different modes. Whatever. Just more quality time for us to spend together. Let's start reading one of the Halo novels. I mean, people say Fall of Reach is a really good book. I don't know about the rest. And there's been more. One thing I miss about the place I lived in from 2018 to 2020 is a gigabit Ethernet for $50 a month. Yeah. Did you play Halo 3 ODST? I did. Yeah. It was cool. I appreciated the evolution and the willingness to explore other venues of that universe aside from being Master Chief. Because, I don't know. I've always thought Halo exists in two weird worlds. It does have an intellectual side, but I do think, like I was describing before, there are aspects that are very sort of not nuanced, in that it is essentially RoboCop with AI girlfriend snapping alien necks with like many big guns. That is Halo 2. So in a weird way, that it does have a bit in common with Doom Eternal. Although I think Doom is not shy about offering something very simple, I guess, as its motivator. Very primal. Not afraid to be primal, while also being weirdly vaulted at the same time. It's the chess boxing of video games, you know? Clarity. That's fun to say. Thank you for the prime. So, yeah, I don't know. I think I've grown out of my utter resentment of Halo for subverting FPS game design for a solid 15 years, but it was gonna happen anyway. That loading bar is flying. Yeah, feels good. Streaming all that Cortana. All of it. So, I guess I don't know much about Halo Infinite's story. I suppose there will be an intro. But all I gleaned from watching what preview coverage I did was that there's another sect of the Covenant, and they're crazy. And they've taken over this Halo. So now we have to fight them for the Halo, which, you know, spiritually is a throwback to Combat Evolved, which is a game that people remember fondly. You ever play Halo Wars and Halo Wars 2? No, I didn't. On the surface, it didn't seem to offer a RTS experience that I was all that interested in. And especially at the time, I didn't have a whole lot of interest in learning Halo lore. Another evil alien zealot group. Yeah. You know, I would, I'm pretty sure they're the Covenant from Halo Wars 2. Okay, alright. I would scoff at the convenience of that, but we can see in the world right now how zealotry rapidly splinters into groups that fly off into their own particular obsessions or whatever. So maybe it's more realistic than not that there's just a couple of different factions out there mucking it up. Oh, wait. You're in the queue? You guys queuing for 14? How is it? I guess they did their hotfixes and stuff. Tomorrow I'm setting aside to be a 14-day. Sun up to sundown. Oh, Balls to the Walls. Yeah, I remember you, Dr. Dragon Ball Z. It's a great name. Very memorable. Thanks for playing on those maps. So sad when you left. Yeah, I had a lot of fun. Organizing the GTA stuff. Really, really fun to like scope out all the content that the community was making. But yeah, those were really good times. I remember that very fondly. Uh-oh. Boom. Right. Oh, you still make new stuff? Awesome. You should check that out sometime. Did I play the GTA 5 campaign? Absolutely. Yes. GTA 5 campaign is superb. GTA Online is fun too. Just takes a while to... I mean, if you like GTA, that is what it is. Ooh, hear those strings though. It's like the same sort of musical principles, while not just being a copy of Combat Evolved. But yeah, the deep drums, the dissonant strings.
Would you humor me?
The literal light shine on him.
If you knew how you were going to die.
Just fucking Shoryuken'd him.
How would you live your life differently?
They've never shown Chief, like, doing hand-to-hand stuff, have they? Not that I can recall. It's always been, like, gun action. Maybe in, what, Halo Legends? The animated thing? Oh, Jesus. About to get hulked.
My name is Atriox, and I am the last face you will ever see.
I feel like they did a case study in that scene at the beginning of Endgame when Thanos beat the shit out of Hulk as like, this is how we want to introduce our villain, and I was like, yeah, it still works.
Warning. 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 Pressure building in lines 4, 17, and 33.
That was rad though.
Pressure building in lines 4, 17, and 33. Pressure building in lines 4, 7. Protocol accepted. Breach detected. Breach detected. Breach detected. Breach detected.
This doesn't look like the trailer. Why is he so low definition? That could just be because Twitch's bitrate is so low. Not only is the video lower resolution than any video you'll watch on YouTube, but
Okay, Daddy's listening. Can you say hi?
the actual data to fill that resolution is also way lower. Yes, this is the very beginning of the game.
Show Daddy how big you are. Can you say
Oasis.
so big? Good.
Atriox's voice actor is Bender. Oh,
Good
I'm
singing.
blanking on his name right now.
How about I miss you
I miss you.
and I love you.
I love you, Daddy.
And good. And can you say I can't wait to see you again?
Oh yeah, John DiMaggio. Thank you.
Okay, now say bye-bye.
That's pretty blunt. That's like, can't believe it's my last day on the force level stakes establishment. But okay.
Signal detected. Signal detected. Tag designation. Friendly.
The performance is good though. I remember when people would speak in futuristic lofty terms about how you would eventually be able to see people's like emotions on their face in video games. And now you can have whole like scenes carried by face acting.
Signal detected. Tag designated.
This is UNSC Pelican Echo 216. Can you hear me? This is UNS.
Title card? It's time. You know it's time. Actually, I bet after you do the tutorial level, you land on the Halo, you play a level that looks nearly identical to the first Halo ring level in Combat Evolved. Like same, like go down to an alleyway with a board in the bottom and 2 paths leading out. You do that mission,
Auto shutdown.
and then the
Triggering survival mode.
the plane you're in takes off, shows you the whole Halo ring, Halo Infinite title card.
Right.
Ba-ba-ba-ba. I can't wait.
Okay. If you can hear me.
I don't know why predicting title card timing has become a weird hobby of mine.
Ready. Please don't die. Please don't die.
Well, that's neat. You gonna tell me to look up and down?
Yes! 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 We're going home! Oh, welcome back, Chief. I rerouted what little power I had into
Yeah, the shield charging sound.
I'm
You know that somebody was very insistent.
Calibration matrix.
Like, that has to be the first sound.
Calibration. Okay, follow the light.
Yeah, here we go.
Look up. Now let's look down.
Now we're doing it. You want to invert? Is that good?
Seems fine. Let's try right.
Am I gonna run through a hallway and they're gonna tell me how to turn on my flashlight?
Left.
This is really
Visor
cute.
feed and motor function seem to be operational.
I am all about subtle
But it looks like there's a problem with the servos.
homages.
Try moving it.
That's more just like a literal,
Stay calm.
literally the same thing, but still.
I know I saw something in here to check the diagnostics on your armor.
No! Girlfriend not found. Oh, poor Chief.
Whoa, 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 easy there, big guy. You're not.
Status report.
Status report. What? There's something you need to see, Chief.
I also feel like there weren't a whole lot of cutscenes in Combat Evolved that really highlighted how big he was. I mean, I remember there's a shot of him
There's nothing left for us here.
jumping out of his little frozen tube. Maybe I'm misremembering. I don't know.
No, 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 no. Not then! Not again! We need to run!
I need a weapon.
Weapon! This is all I've got.
It's enough.
Yeah, he's not that huge, right? I mean, he's a big soldier, man.
What are you gonna do?
But I remember Combat Evolved in the cutscenes, at least. I didn't think he was like. Oh, he said the Halo 2 thing. Is it just me, or is his voice even gravelier and grumblier? Oh, do I get to grapple my way through 0G? Is this how they're gonna tutorialize? That'd be pretty sick. Will they actually tell you their skulls?
Oh, the main
So wait, if you miss a skull, you can't get it again, right?
here.
Is that how?
You have one bullet against an entire army. What can you do on your own?
I told you. It's enough.
So I see. No. They're powering up a stasis beam. We can't escape.
You work on the batteries.
Oh, there will be a level select.
I'll buy us some time.
Okay. Okay. Man. Everything's service now, huh? Well, you know what? How about this? If they were able to avoid crunch, then that's the cost. Maybe? I can't make that equivalence, but boo. Turn on my Batman vision.
we can't go anywhere while that stasis beam is active.
If you could ever live in Europe, which country would it be?
Stasis beam, weapons, all of it.
But how will you get back?
I'll figure something out.
He seems even like he's had a few smokes, which is fine. I think Chief is pretty pounded in this point in the game anyway. I would probably say Italy. I don't know what part. I'm not super well traveled though, I'll be honest.
Whatever you're planning to do it fast.
I would like to visit Spain. Stephanie spent some weeks in Spain when she worked with a Spanish-based company, and it sounds like a great place. Everyone's just mega chill. There are, like, every meal is like 3 hours long. Gin and tonics as big as your head. And just, like, a lot of beauty in the city, too. In Barcelona, specifically. So, I've never been, but, sounds... What's not to like about, like, nice food, good drinks, people who, like, don't want to murder themselves working all the time? I don't know. There's a time and a place for a lot of things. I really like burning hot on work, but I also like, when I go down, I like going way down. I don't feel like that's a good button for that. Fuck. Is it the same as the equipment button? 'Cause I think that's what I bound it to. Yeah, use equipment. What did I bind? I think that might be grenade. Oh. I can't. I'm so bad at using push to talk. I can't do it. Like, I can talk about random topics and play video games, but I can't hold a button down and talk and also play a video game. It's so weird. It fascinates me that people, like, that's a multitasking ability that a lot of people have. Toggle is the way? Man, I can't even do that. Too many buttons. Too many buttons. I will spend 10 minutes trying to zero in the, like, noise floor of my mic so that I can, just have it detect so I don't have to push buttons, because I always forget, and then it cuts off. Bang. I did like how in the cutscene, like, that's one of those cutscenes, that's super accurate to the nuts and bolts of the gameplay. I did like how he was, like, one-shotting all the grunts with a pistol. Or the two grunts that were there.
No! Green Man is here!
Oh my god, I was wondering if they were gonna keep how goofy the grunts are, and boy did they ever. If I were to guess, they're trying to make trying to send a clear signal right from the beginning that this is gonna, like, this is Combat Evolved in tone. Yeah. Green Man is here. Can I grab it? Oh, I can grab that one though. No, wait, that's NBA. Aw. Oh, that's what that icon means. Okay.
I am so ready today. I am so ready for a fight. Nope, I lost it. Can we go home?
Oh, you little guy. Boy, they're leaning hard into that, huh? Huh! Again, 2 days till retirement.
I hear noises.
I would forget to toggle it off, or I'd forget the toggle state. This is a nice little arena, though. Give people a very low-stakes environment to sort of run around, learn the grapple. Okay. Huh. Uh-oh. Wait, what? Where's the grunt that's 2 days away from retirement? Having a great day today. Having a wonderful time. Oh! In the Covenant. My grapple feels real good. It's, what I find fascinating is, like... So just this immediate act of, like... So, the feedback on it is perfect. You have the which means you've shot the grapple. The tink, which means you've hit something. And then the whoop, which means it's now applying... Like, it's now attracting you. It's the immediacy of all those sounds that really makes it feel connected and like total, like very predictable, I think, is what it is. I think that's the thing that like has, in the past 10 years or so, audio design has gotten so much better, and I don't think it's necessarily in terms of like games just sound better. I think it's that audio has started to fulfill a very vital feedback mechanic in games. And the design of it as such has, I think, really changed in the last 10 years. And I think it really contributes to the feeling of immediacy and connectedness with the game. But I do think it's one of those things that, like, you can see how much better a game gets, but I guess there's things you can't mantle on. Maybe it's just, maybe that it's at an angle, or the fact that there's a slight, it's got this, like, it doesn't have a hard lip. Maybe that's why I can't mantle on it. These are the rules I need to learn. So maybe I could mantle to this. Or I could just do that instead! Okay. Anyway, I think, one of the games I've seen it most profoundly is, of course, Doom Eternal. But that's because I know that game really well. But it is truly fascinating how, like, every piece of audio feedback in that game is distinct from other bits of audio, given that it does have, like, a pounding metal soundtrack and all this. But it also gives you all the information you need. You don't actually have to look at any of the UI. There was a particular version of Tetris that did the same thing. Every time a piece would spawn, it would play a different chime. So if you learned them, or it would play a chime for the next piece. So if you associated all the chimes, you would always know the next piece without having to look to the upper right to see the next thing in line. What am I doing here? Oh, that's right. There's a scan button. Ah, okay. I don't know why I make a scan sound. The game does that. Oh, every character in Overwatch has recognizable footsteps? Yeah, including the ones that don't have footsteps. I loved that. That's definitely an example of audio becoming mechanic. You know, there's always been, like, footstep mechanic in, like, Counter-Strike and stuff like that. But, yeah, to have it be distinct to character, really cool. Haha! Man, these animations are wild! Yep. Okay, fine. I want to look at his neck bumps. Neck bumps. Those are some high-def bumps. Like this weird mixture of layered plate mail, but space tech. Oh, I guess that's Halo. No Craig here. Huh. Oh, are you guys getting blown out audio? I apologize. How was that?
We do not bow our heads. We do not kneel before false idols. We stand together. Fight together.
Playing on PC? Yeah.
That hologram.
Down our lives.
It's Atriox.
to protect our
He led the attack on the Infinity. He was looking for something.
showed us the way. Together.
He killed everyone.
I know. We met.
We are the banner.
Has Halo always had anime speed lines when you run? Or like wind lines? Huh. Interesting. Okay.
Atriox.
Maybe since 5? Okay.
Actions inspire us.
I'm gonna get good at that, I promise. A little weird. They were falling face down. I want to see one of their little faces. Oh, they got beady little eyes. Oh, little guys. Oh.
Your eyes deceive you, brother. He's a
That was neat.
His example. We do not kneel before false.
Difficulty? I'm on veteran. Or heroic. Not COD. Or is it? Every game trash. Da 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 da. Hoo! Da 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 da. Oh, I got one. Okay. Yeah, the Batman arm is nifty. I agree with that. Cooldown's pretty short on it too. I'm just peeking around here, seeing what the flavor is. I wonder if does melee always do the same amount of damage, or does it do more damage if you're moving faster? Oh, there's a Twitch rewind feature. Neat. Oh, you want to know what the Needler explosion looks like? Needler overload or overdrive or whatever? Overneedle? I wonder if this will highlight skulls. Dun. Da, 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 da. Oh, it should work on corpses. Really? Oh, okay.
An invasion force.
Well, I will shoot the next thing I see, living or dead.
Just one already.
I saw it a couple of times in multiplayer. You know, it's just a little, like a little purple puh. That was kind of it. Polished Diesel, thank you for the prime. Red banished weapons do more melee damage. Huh. I just thought the ones with blades on them. Yeah. Are we gonna play? Are we gonna play that lore? There we go.
Good. Now for the rest of us. Rally up with your squad and get to the nearest pod, Marine. Move, move. Yes, sir. Fire Team Taurus, rendezvous with me at Bay 18. We're heading to the surface. Acknowledged. We're on the move. The rest of you Spartans, if you're not already off the Infinity, disengage and get to the lifeboats ASAP. Windfall 1, we got a lot of personnel en route to Zeta Halo. What are you seeing out there?
Banished hardware's everywhere, in the skies and on the ground.
There you go.
Be ready for a rough landing.
You heard her. Stay safe. I'll see you on the ground, Spartans.
We're with you, Griffin.
Let's get it done.
No, it's red ones? Okay. But like grappling into an enemy doesn't, and bopping them doesn't do significantly more damage. It's interesting too, they're giving you an icon for all the ammo types. So I feel like they're trying to make people more aware of the damage mechanics in Halo. Of like energy for shields and bullets for heads and things like that. Pretty cool though, because then you can just like, if you're holding the right buttons, you could like melee through somebody and grab their gun at the same time. That's pretty chiefy. Oh yeah, N for next grenade. I'm guessing they really wanted me to learn these like sticky grenades for that group of people. Oh well, they blew up.
Jeez, what was that? You ain't nothing against all the
You can't reload while grappling. I suppose that's fair. Good to know. That will actually interrupt a reload animation. Frostbite, happy Wednesday to you. Happy Haler Day. Haler! 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 Let's use the word ain't. Learned by watching us. Oh, that's cute. That was like a leg-specific stick animation? I wonder if it's ragdoll. Be fun. Oh! Oh! Nice little dodge. Oh! Grapple that shield? That's a good idea. Alright, I'll stop dicking around. Well, I'm still gonna throw this thing. Okay, well, I got them all. I will grapple the next shield I see. Oh, that's neat. Oh, you can kind of nick them when they flick around. The barrels, basically. It must be such a difficult thing to balance of trying to manually inject chaos, still keeping things trackable. I overcommitted. Who's shooting at? Let's dodge. Okay. That's neat.
I will not disappoint my path.
Two hallways. Oh my gosh. Well, this way has to be a secret. Or wait, that's the way I came in. What's that? Newfangled open level design I've been hearing about. Hi! Maybe their grapple punch would do some knockback. I don't think there's any combined mechanical reaction to grappling and then punching. I think it just gets you closer so you can melee. And then the melee is just treated as like you were standing. Which, you know, I kind of get. Because otherwise you'd have to do like a physics calculation and determine melee damage from how fast Chief is moving.
Will stand victorious.
This is not Doom Eternal melee? I don't mind Doom Eternal not having a melee. Melee is merely for enemies being too close to you on a console controller, you not being able to aim because you can't look and turn fast enough. That is my gameplay appraisal. It is an enemy's too close and they're covering my entire screen button. Since your turning is like temporal based and it's not one-to-one with a mouse, the closer an enemy is to you, the longer it takes to actually turn to hit them because their movement is so extreme on your TV, in which you scroll in a linear fashion with a stick. Glory kills or Doom's melee? That's also true, I guess. Anyway.
We need to get out of here.
I'm working on it.
Work faster. These pelicans nearly on board and the power's still out. Don't let them get me.
I've never actually designed a game, so don't take my statements as anything more than just... Oh, that's not a throwable. I am addicted to throwing these containers. It's fun as shit to do in multiplayer. Oh, that's a big boy! Woo! I really like how the grapple is essentially a get the fuck out of dodge button. It actually pairs really, really well with the regen health. It means that you can make a decision instead of just hiding and praying, which is what a lot of old Halo was. Except now I've backed myself into a corner, but I can still conceivably cross this open ground. I don't know what's waiting for me, but I can do it, and they don't hit you while you're in like full grapple. I'm sure that some enemy will. Like grapple's probably not safe, but while you're in the middle of a grapple, at least, it seems enemies don't track you perfectly. So it does give you escape options. Oh shit, I saw the kill notification and I thought it was this guy. I got somebody else. Man. I will say, like, just because of Doom Eternal, I'm not used to enemies coming in from the outside of the arena. And running in behind you like that, but need to keep an eye on that, because yeah, Halo has always had its sliding doorways packed with aliens. That's nice. They mark the last ones in the arena. So it's not just hide and seek. Also, an impressively open arena, multi-level already. Like 3 levels. Kind of a big environment. Roroni, thank you for the resub and for the 24 months of subs. That is 2 years indeed. A lot of flown time. Thank you. Grapple really makes you feel like Master Chief? I feel like Master Chief. Oh! Oops. Yeah, just the residual momentum that you carry into a grapple and the way it kind of pulls you in the direction that you did grapple gives you just the right amount of control and also just the right amount of, like, nuance if you want to try some fancy maneuvers. No skulls, huh? Just a podium I got a boop. Hermes, thanks for the prime.
Down. Requires a hack.
Okay. And you can do that?
No. New plan. Scuttle the ship.
who started the audio log craze. Feels like it's in so many games now. Was it BioShock? Not really. I mean, System Shock before BioShock had audio logs, and before that, it's like there were characters in Diablo that would just sort of talk to you. So it's not really a craze. It's an intersection of design principles. It's one of the few ways to deliver lore in like lore or storytelling in a way that doesn't interrupt gameplay, but gets as close as you can to like controlling the pace, the delivery, and the context. And also just from a player perspective, I think it's really efficient too. You can keep playing the game and drink in your lore. You don't have to like drag everything to a halt. BioShock's was perfect because you were basically looting while you were listening to lore, so you'd have an audio diary from somebody telling you what happened in the environment you were currently exploring while like picking up sandwiches and cigarettes and stuff. And I think certainly in Combat Evolved, there are Vista moments and moments of quiet and downtime that are pretty ripe for some more direct storytelling. If the story is something that they want to be more broadly appreciated. Ho! I do like that that's a one-shot. That's really satisfying. Yeah, I'm on Heroic. You're not the first person to ask, though. I need to put that in the title. Does this highlight enemies? Oh, I have to boop the stoots. I didn't boop. I was just murdering. Ho! That's probably gonna spawn some boys. Yeah. Okay.
I'm not done yet.
The angle was a little too severe. So with something like that, if I had grappled while I was on the upswing of my jump, that may have changed the arc enough to make me clear that lip. Whatever. Didn't stick! What's your problem? How about this? There we go. So that's an interesting way. I don't know if this was the intention, but that's a really cool way of forcing people to recognize the mechanical differences of the grenades. Cortana got replaced by this dude. No, there's another more millennial Cortana. She's very awkward and fidgety, but quirky and cute. Those are the character notes I read. I know that in the design doc they had like a picture of Zooey Deschanel from New Girl, like as. No, maybe I'm being a little too. I think I'm being a little too harsh, but those are certainly the vibes I got. I want Gen Z Cortana. Have we settled into Zoomer stereotypes for characters yet? Because Millennial was all like self-deprecating, awkward, shy, like looks down and giggles a lot. I don't think that's an accurate representation of my culture and heritage, but whatever. I gotta go boop the thing again. That's how I guess we are seen in pop culture. Cortana's still stacked. Maybe that's what the whole point of this game is. Halo Infinite. The quest for Cortana's chest.
The Spartan. No.
Out of coffee.
Something better. The Master Chief returns.
Yeah, she's wearing clothes now. Yeah, she was wearing like a UNSC formal dress or something like that.
Into the void. Yet here you stand. Humans.
Oh, he
call you their savior.
He gets to munch on scenery for a little bit. I like this. Got his Far Cry soliloquy ready.
Pray.
Hermes 25, thanks for the resub.
Destroy this craft if you must. It matters not. The banished will hunt you down, pursue you wherever you run.
I'm just process of. I have a dentist appointment later today.
He knows all about you. You need to hurry and get back here. I don't know how long this ship will hold together.
So now we crash on the Halo ring. Or maybe like as this ship is crash landing onto the ring, then we get the title card, yeah? Also, kind of an homage to escaping the Pillar of Autumn, beginning of Combat Evolved. I wonder if, does this game have a flashlight? I need to know how to turn on my flashlight. Where's the black button? I think this game has a somewhat generous amount of like headshot gimme, which is not, you know, spiritually not uncommon for Halo, but it does seem to have some amount of stickiness. It's pretty gracious with the headshots, I've noticed. Hold on a second. Well, actually, don't look at that. Don't look at that. That's nothing. I was just doing some study, all right? Now, let me. Oh!
You think this disruption will be enough? Victory is already ours. So, run, Spartan. We will meet on the battlefield.
Oh wait, T is flashlight? Oh! Yeah! I love the, like, really high specular on the walls. I don't know if I'm using that term right, but, like, the fact that it gets super bright, it gets crazy white, that is very much escaping Pillar of Autumn look. That's great. Wait, where do you want me to go now? Okay. Oh, God bless. It's the little things.
You. The Pelicans surrounded. They're... Oh God, they're trying to get in.
On my way.
What did they do? So I'm curious, if you're in a grapple and you hit control... Oh, wait. Wait, hold on. I bet there were goodies in here. If you hit control, I think you might drop out of the grapple into a slide, which would be pretty sick. That's neat. Kind of showing their physics system. The fact that you can have all these things flying around and colliding with Chief and not crashing the game or pushing you out of bounds, you know, that's kind of neat.
We are running out of time.
The batteries.
Charging slowly. I don't know. It's going to be close. Too close.
Yeah. It goes. Ah. So, grapple does actually dampen your momentum. If you connect a grapple with something, it will sort of reset your speed. You can't carry absolute momentum into a grapple, basically, which is also smart. But they're just putting some training wheels on.
90 seconds till full charge. I hope this place holds together that long. Charge faster!
Okay. You land into a crouch. Not a slide. Which is kind of awkward. Oh no, that was a slide. Okay, maybe you just have to be moving fast enough. So, if you're going at sprint speed, when you crouch off of a grapple, you will go into a slide. Which is really cool. That's exactly how that ought to work. It's title card time. You guys talk. You think? We have to go back, Chief.
Chief, you still with me?
I'm here.
Okay, give me a second. I'm coming to get you.
Jump, hold crouched while in the air, angled down ramp. Zoom. Okay, I was just trying to see how the, like, the momentum of grapple interplayed with the other various movement states. Shoot! Okay. Alright. Alright, 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 alright. Not quite what I thought, but alright. Okay. Okay, alright. What if two Halo rings crashed together and it like made a thing like that, and then it was called Halo Infinite?
Locate UNSC and
Call me. Phil Spencer, call me. I got ideas.
Class, supercarrier, crew size, 7,150. Not found.
near field perimeter.
Hey, Melchizedek. Ooh. Well, hold on. Melchizedek? Thank you. I'm having a pretty good one. This game feels pretty good so far. I will say, just like, with the expansion of movement options, it's still kind of feels slow. But it's Halo, you know? I don't think this game should be Doom Eternal. It's just interesting to... It's taking steps in that direction. Which is even Halo sort of moving towards what shooters were before Combat Evolved came out in the PC area of things. So, very, very interesting.
It is his fault that we are stuck here. The banished will never bow to anyone.
Also, this is I'm only bringing this up because
not the Covenant.
Who's beating him up? He's getting psychic beat up.
Not her.
Oh. Oh, okay.
This ring will be operational.
Their like mouth performance is at a different frame rate than the game. And I saw that in like Final Fantasy 13, where the mouth VO was at like 30 FPS, but the rest of the game was running at like 120.
Follow the Spartan from a distance. I want to know everything about him.
That's kind of cool. I like depictions of drama on the other side of things.
Link connection requested.
Accept.
Encrypted message found.
Read.
Attempting decryption. Decryption failed.
Locate message source.
Triangulation in progress. Triangulation in progress.
We're done, right, Chief? If we stay out here any longer, they're gonna come back. They'll find us, and they'll kill us. What is it you're searching for?
Oh, the only Zach. Thanks for the Prime sub, and Wobbly Badger, thank you for the resub.
You're looking in the wrong direction. We need to go home.
Plot the waypoint.
Requesting manual flight control override.
Do it.
Autopilot engaged.
Wait, what? Are you kidding me? Why would we go down there?
The Banished plan to wipe us out. All of us.
And what? You think we can stop them on our own? I told you. We lost. We need help, not heroics.
No. We do our duty. Protect humanity, whatever the cost.
So he's just the like...
Can't be the only...
You can't shoot a hole in Mars character?
We have a new mission, soldier.
Immediately shoots a hole in Mars.
A weapon.
Master Chief, you can't shoot all those aliens. I'm gonna shoot all those aliens.
What is wrong with you? Remind me to never pick up a Spartan. This is a terrible idea.
I mean, there's always... Like, it's a fun character archetype that, like, I didn't ask for this shit. Side character. Usually it has this tinge of like, whoa, here we go again. It's interesting that, like, The game is comfortably being goofy with like the grunts and everything. I didn't find the skull. I only found one audio log too. Oh, tragic. Well, there goes my 100%. He just wants to go home to his daughter? Sure. Yeah, makes sense. Whoop! Come back, grapple! Whoop! Dang! I need it again! Jeez. Okay. It was worth it. Oh, come on! Ah! Jesus. Like 10 seconds into the level. Halo! Alright, let me see if I can grapple my way out of this. Ah! Wait. Oh! I thought, do I get one more? Hold on. Nope. I died before the grapple even recharges. Okay. Well, hey, at least it happened there. At least it happened there and not 20 minutes into the level.
Locate UNSC Infinite.
Alright.
Incoming, all directions. It's not safe.
Pull back.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah. I just realized they can get pretty sneaky with where they put skulls and logs and stuff now that there's a grapple.
Heads up. Lots of banished craft heading your way.
What? So, I was holding control and I just stopped when I hit the ground. I didn't go into a slide like I expected.
More reinforcements. This weapon of yours must be worth it.
Boink! The perfect grenade. Wouldn't be a Halo game if you didn't get soft locked by a checkpoint at some point. I'd like to believe somebody at 343 like had soft lock detection, and once and only once they were like, let's just let it happen. Just for old time's sake. Yeah, you have to climb up every little thing if you want to try to find all the goodies. And I guess that's what it's for. Unless this reveals, like, I guess what would be nice is if the scan gave you some very general indicator that you were close to one, so that you could have the illusion of discovery. I'm gonna grapple it.
Careful, Chief. Another dropship on your location.
I'm gonna grapple it.
This whole place looks like it's dying. Like it's clinging to life somehow.
Okay, they won't let you.
How is that possible?
But surely you can ricochet yourself up there. Oh, I'm fucked. Yeah. Did you get the first skull? I did not. I wasn't really looking around for it though. Yeah, there's so much room for them. Yeah. There's not. You can't really take for granted that like you could have stuff where you have to like slingshot yourself off the map, and then there might just be a cave somewhere that you could land in that you wouldn't even have visibility of unless you tried to do that thing.
This whole place looks like it's dying. Like it's clinging to life somehow.
No!
How is that possible?
Okay. Also, your friction on ships is really, really low, so they slide right out from under you. Yeah, the campaign is in Game Pass. Am I enjoying the game so far? I mean, I actually like it. I got no problem, no beef with it so far. I will say, in general, I'm pretty exhausted of like open world like action RPG, whatever Far Cry is. And on some level, it sounds like that's the kind of game this is.
Each ring is different.
You're on the Halo ring. They do these like loose missions. Go here, shoot all aliens. Time will tell if if the gameplay experience is different or rewarding. I mean, what I guess ideally, and this is not always the best way to think about it, but ideally, a game like that would be really good practice for playing multiplayer, which I would do to like spend more quality time with friends that really like Halo multiplayer. So we'll see. I am curious how bespoke the campaign is, or if it's a lot of like, well, we'll generate a base here and sprinkle some grunts all around it, and then Halo Chief gets thrown in there and kill them all. Ugh. So why didn't I mantle? Running mantle rules is going to be an interesting. Like, you have to be going with an upward momentum.
They're still coming. You really pissed them off back there.
Like, you could have stuff tucked up away there. Not that they do, but who knows how insidious they're going to get. Halo games have always been a little impish with their secrets, which I like. It's always been very playful and a little devious. Hold on. Yeah. I love that the walls still just turn like full bright when you look at them, and like the ridiculous like bloom. Man. Keep that Xbox flare.
Look at this place. It's beautiful.
This is pretty rad though.
Broken. Very, very broken.
A very
There are battleships.
very hyper updated look, or a very hyper updated revisit of the Combat Evolved geography and map design and stuff. I will say, like, the loop of hooking their shields and then headshotting them is like, that's pretty A plus, right? Ow! Jesus. That's a spicy meatball. That's pretty perfect. God damn! That wind-up always gets me. But see, if I do this 300 times in the campaign, I'm gonna be a linebacker. I'm gonna be a goddamn Super Bowl legend. Come multiplayer. Comes Chiefy. Do that one blur cinematic with the Sentinels chewing through the banished ship in Halo Wars 2. That was fucking beautiful. I actually don't know that I have. I need to add the Halo cinematics to MediaTek though, for sure. There's some good stuff in there. Gates up there? Alright. Oh, okay. I'd like to split them up. Ugh. It's pretty fun encounters.
If you knew how you were going to die, you revealed how.
Is this a line from another Halo, or is this referencing something? I don't know if this. Hold on. Look at that RTX though. That may actually be screen space. Yeah, it is. Still looks neat. Could be RTX. Referencing Halo 4. Okay. Halo 4 is pretty wild. I don't remember a ton of it. Ooh, Vandevoort, hey! 2 years, glad to be a part of this community, even though mostly just lurk. Have a great stream. I will, thank you. Thank you for the 2 years of subs. Don't worry, the lurkers will inherit the earth. This looks suspicious. Wait a minute. What? Wait a minute. This is where I came from. Never mind. Lawrence, no, I did the same thing. Yeah. This is where it came from. Wait a minute. What's that? Oh, it's just a light. I want to find a secret. I feel like there's one around here. Whatever. That was a fun jump to do. Yeah, you're right. It's. I wonder if. Wait, did you just do that jump? Yeah. Ugh. I probably shouldn't have done that. I guess this is why they give you go this way objective. It's pretty cool that there's not a kill box there. I want to get that jump. Yeah, this speedrunning trick. New strat. You can skip that whole fight. Actually, I bet the door probably doesn't open or something, but learning how to Spider-Man swing is pretty cool. Oh wait, I'll just do this. Look at that. To go backwards? No. This would be going forwards. This would skip the like the fight in that other room. If you do that jump first. No. Front could have killed me. On you. My helmet's filled with peanut butter. Is the opening essentially on rails and the ring is free roam? That seems to be the case. I mean, on rails is... I mean, that just means it's like other Halo games. They are Halo levels. Uh-oh. They're making a lot of cortanas?
What are those things? This is Forerunner, right? I've heard the stories, but man, this is crazier than I imagined.
So the Halo rings were here to, like... They were basically like a contingency plan for an outbreak of the Flood, right? But, no, also I guess it seems like it was also an AI manufacturing plant, or...
Dumb question. How do you know this isn't a trap?
I don't know, who knows?
I don't.
Great. I hope this weapon of yours is worth the risk. I'm reading multiple enemy ships heading this way. Too many. We're running out.
There's a ton of lore. There's a lot of lore to it, yeah. Guess what? The answer is lore.
It's been 6 months. Where have you been?
There's our girl.
Where is Cortana?
The rogue AI known as Cortana is gone.
She fidgeted.
It's been deleted.
How? By you?
Of course not. Did you hit your head or something? Don't you remember? My instructions were to enter this installation, imitate Cortana, and lock her down for retrieval. Yours were to take her back to the Infinity for deletion. So if it wasn't you... Okay then. There's something else. On successful deployment, my deletion routine was supposed to complete. Still here.
Good.
Good. My programming failed. I'm not supposed to be here. You need to delete me.
No.
No. I was created for one purpose, and that purpose is no longer needed. My mission is over.
We have a new one. The Banished are planning to fire this ring. We need to make sure they don't.
First
I
of
see the
all,
reflection in his visor.
Banished.
That's cool.
Second, you may have noticed that a significant piece of this installation has been damaged, making that impossible. And third, to fire this ring, they would need an activation index. Cortana had the index. I had parts of it as well.
Something stopped your deletion. We need to find out why.
But this wasn't the mission.
The missions changed. They always do.
Are you sure?
You'll be my weird cyber mom now. Consume chip. Download cyber girlfriend. This is gonna be us in 20 years, bros. We're gonna shove USB ports into the back of our heads and download, like, cute, quirky, holographic bonsai buddies.
Removing me triggered a response from the ring.
I need you to understand. There's not much time.
YouTuber uploaded.
If you knew how you were going to die,
If you knew how you were going to die,
how would you live your life differently?
how would you live your life differently?
I'd kill more aliens.
That voice. It's Cortana's.
No, it's not her. It's dust and echoes.
What did you say?
What? It's just pieces of data cycling until they run out of power.
Oh!
It's all around us.
Yep. Alright, for instance. I put my future USB into my butthole instead. Yes. In fact, your butthole is a better transfer port. Your butthole is USB 3, and your back of your head's only USB 2. So it goes way faster to download your wife into your butt than the back of your head.
I find myself hoping does live through this. He is perfectly suited for what is coming.
The penis is USB-C. So what are these, like, Halsey's cyber memories that were carried into Cortana, now, like, fragmented in the AI code of, yeah. Okay, weird. I wonder if doing that has a point, or if that is just sort of celebrating fan service, basically.
There's something up ahead. I can feel it calling out to me.
Her name is Weapon? But yeah, I mean, very, very Halo there. Combat arena into lore hallway, into combat arena. Old tricks are the best tricks, eh? Cortana kind of carry the residual guilt from Halsey's memories. I see. That why she's evil?
These are the Banished.
Thanks.
They smell even worse than I imagined.
You can smell them.
Well, an array of sensors in your armor can, and I analyze the input.
But
You smell...
tell me how I smell. See, isn't that quirky? Talks about how they smell. I shouldn't be snide. I shouldn't be snide. It's hard not to be snide, though.
It's a human!
Anyway, all Cortana needs is for Master Chief to give her a big, burly hug and say, I forgive you, Cortana. I forgive you, Cortana Mama, for making me a badass with a giant penis and no balls. It's like popping a water balloon every time I urinate. And you did this to me, but I forgive you.
They smell even worse.
And then Cortana will stop being red. She'll turn back into blue.
Well, an array of
And then she'll cry, and
I analyze the input.
they'll finally hold hands.
You smell fine, by the way.
What do you think Master Chief smells like? Because he doesn't shower, really. And he's covered in alien viscera. There's nothing but alien guts covering him all the time. He also runs around a lot, and he pees in his suit, non-stop.
Look, over there. That's the source.
The bridge is out.
Yes, it is. Maybe there's a way to power it back up nearby.
The suit is self-cleaning. Listen, that doesn't work when you tell people that in real life, and it doesn't work when you tell people that in Halo. Plant a power seed to activate the light bridge. Ah. These look like tombstones from Final Fantasy XIV.
With another AI.
Maybe even another Cortana model if Halsey lets them.
It won't be me. You know that, right?
Oh, did Master Chief make friends with another AI in his youth? And that's why they're trying to explain his sentimentality for Cortana? I mean, because I was questioning that at the opening of this game, and I think the ambiguity there allows the audience to read a lot into it, and it kind of, oh, that is Cortana. Okay, my bad. Ah, a data orb. I must plug this orb into my butt port. For downloading.
Is it safe?
I think so. Yes,
Ponder.
it's safe.
Just Master Chief pondering my data. Pondering my Halo.
This is part of me. I don't know why. I don't know how, but it is me.
That's why she's called Weapon.
It was the last part I remember being deleted. Let me just...
I feel like I don't want to boil everything down into tropes because there's a lot going on here.
Because you were chosen.
But it's that kind of like
These are getting smarter and
infinitely powerful Born Yesterday mystique
what I am about to show you.
with Nutana.
The tide of war. I have been working to harness the strategic power of a shipborne AI onto the battlefield. Are you ready?
Yes, Dr. Halsey.
Unlike previous AI models, she will reside
It's actually like straight up combat evolved Cortana.
directly communicating with your neural interface. Think of her as a new set of eyes to aid your reactions and upgrade your reconnaissance.
Still got her toes though.
She is not the driver, but a way to level the playing field.
What do I call her?
Ask her. She named herself.
Hello, Master Chief. I'm Cortana.
Together you become our newfound hope.
Why they got to put in the toes?
You become our key to
I honestly think it's kind of domestic vibes.
necessary to make sure that
She's very matronly.
even if that means sacrificing herself or you to accomplish it.
So, you know, she's doing the dishes. I think it also makes her look more human, vulnerable, and grounded.
And
Was that real?
It reminded me of like the scene in Suicide Squad.
here.
There's a lot of toes, a lot of feet in a particular scene. And it has an effect, and it communicates something about the character.
This is the framework I use to trap Cortana. It contains a copy of the activation index, at least fragments of it. What should we do with it?
Do we need it?
What if? Oh,
Well, based on what you've told me so
what
far,
if
the big
they say Cortana and then
banished need it.
Cortana and new Cortana What if they kiss? What if they kissed each other?
Do it.
I'm just asking questions. I'm just asking questions. Yeah, Cortana was kicked out most in Halo 4. Cortana went rampant. So yeah, she's crazy. She's evil.
Something? Let's go.
Alright. I think an AI would find all these physical representations of collecting data for humans to see would be inefficient. Yeah. The mysticism layer of Halo has always been kind of weird and hard to reconcile with it trying to be, sometimes trying to be a little more rooted science fiction.
It should lead us to the surface.
They're giving you an interesting spread of guns at the beginning, too. There's not a whole lot of assault rifle and pistol, which you would think if this was meant to be. I bet once you land on the ring and like the mission structure sort of asserts itself, they'll probably give you the more classic Marine loadout.
We've got company, Chief. Meet me at the plinth up ahead.
Ooh, hang time. Thank you for the raid.
Surprise you!
Ow. Welcome, everyone. I'm enjoying Halo, but I'm still kind of in the wind-up. I'm not on the ring yet, so still in the early days of the campaign. Frick. Whoop. Playing around with the grapple, that's pretty fun. You're close, it's a good pacing. Yeah, I'm enjoying it. I will say I am right about now. Feeling like, man, you know, I've had a heap and helping of esoteric Halo lore and cold interior metal hallways. So in that regard, I'm feeling right at home. But it'd be nice for some sun.
Wow, you got here fast.
Ups and downs. Thanks for gifting us up.
Time to waste any time, huh?
No.
Noted. Let's go.
Make her eyes bigger, more spacey and dough-like. I think this is like, is this like Moe for as made by Western devs? I think you're meant to want to protect her. Like, she's supposed to be quirky and charming and, like, naive. Retro EZ, thank you for the prime. I mean, I guess that's also Cortana, except Cortana's turned into a dangerous lady. She's more the dangerous rival. Like them drums kicking in. Doom, 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 doom. Hey. Thanks. Like a turret or something?
I will hunt him to die already. It's in my fire.
Also, did their backpacks always explode like that? God damn it. Oh, yeah. Grapple got me. Whoop. I feel like they also... They did? Okay. I didn't remember their backs being like one big explosive hitbox before. Thanks. I mean, I fell off, but man, I'm gonna have to get used to that mantle killing me. I guess mantling and dying is still better than just falling off the map. which is what would happen in any other situation. Jesus. Why is this moving? Okay. I have to manually drop the grapple. Oh, you gotten... Your 14Q was only an hour today? Not bad, not bad. Getting better at least. Yeah, it was pretty rough last night. I gave up. Played Final Fantasy 13 instead. Which, I realized was actually pretty good appetizer for Halo. Given how, hazy some of the plot details can be. Yeah, the enemies, or combat barks that the enemies throw out. Pretty big variety so far. I mean, we'll see if it is meant to be sort of... Oh, there's gotta be some shit up here, right? If it is meant to be a more repeatable open world experience, we'd expect the enemies to have a variety of dialogue. Come on, you're gonna put a floating platform up here for no reason? Uh oh, what's this? Oh. It's nothing. Okay, well, fine. Fine. I got the 100% of 13 last month. Wanted to do 13 too, but I can't get it running at a decent frame rate. Oh, is that because you're limited mechanically, or you just like, because there are mods that help with the frame, or there are like tweaks and mods and stuff that help with the frame rate a lot.
What's wrong?
This gravity lift should be powered up. We need to find a way to bring it back online.
Yeah, I want that gun. Oh, it's on Game Pass, so I can't mod. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, it's tough going back to some of those Gen 7 frame rates. Plant the power seed. Chief, you must grab the power seed.
This object,
Good.
it's part of the ring's life force. It's called a power seed.
Okay, sure. Batteries, got it. Part of the ring's life force. Insert your seed in the hole. Find the Halo hole and insert yourself, Master Chief. Fill it with your life energy. Shouldn't talk over the lore. Yeah, some Game Pass games offer modding, but 13 doesn't. Ah, oh, that's lame. It would be nice to play that again and get the hot chivos for it. But yeah, they've been working on that to their credit.
How is that a Spartan? We need to find out what happened. She was carrying an enhanced shield module. Let's see what I can find out about her. Accessing. This is Spartan Bonita Stone, recon specialist.
Can't wait for that blinding HDR shot for the transition outside. Yeah. You think there's going to be a Spartan hand that like comes in the way for a little bit and then it slowly comes down, the HDR adjusts.
Single strike.
Flock of birds flies over. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, alright, okay.
We're here. That elevator should take us to the surface.
God. You cannot, I mean, you just can't full auto that stupid gun. Or something. That entire flow of events is exactly what I remember Halo being. Of like flanking somebody, emptying an entire clip of assault rifle at them, hitting nothing, and then having them just lackadaisically turn around and kill me. Ugh. Oh, that was a grenade. Never mind. That's the MP in a nutshell for me. Yeah. Boss fights on Legendary are rough. Halo's always kind of struggled with boss fights, I feel like. Just the way that the combat system works and the way the health system works makes boss fights difficult to do, I feel like. I did that. Help if I actually shoot something. I always tragically overestimate the reach of the melee too. I think it's because I like there is that slight lock on that you can sort of bank on.
We need to call down the elevator.
Thanks.
Look for a control terminal.
You always know what to tell me to do. I appreciate that. Yeah, Jackal snipers, they're back.
Drawing power from the ring.
They're back, baby.
It was. The seed is missing.
Find the seed. I'm gonna guess seed finding and seed plugging is gonna be the operative verb of this game. I guess aside from all the alien shooting.
What are these things?
Genetic repositories. Forerunner storage vessels. Silexes.
How do you know this?
A Silex?
I was stuck in that room for 6 months, surrounded by them. Let's just say they talk. A lot.
Okay, so audio logs are highlighted. I'm not looking around that much. I wonder if skulls are. Yeah.
Combat medic, Lucas.
See? Get some audio when you're walking through a
If you find this,
nice vista.
understand. They forced me to help them with it. Whatever it is. They brought it up from whatever's below. When it opened, God, it was something different. I've never seen anything like it. You need to believe me. It's not my fault.
Get that cradle powered up.
I like that whenever Chief is carrying something, he always looks like he's about to like throw a perfect like barrel. What do you mean first? Whatever. Like he's about to throw like a torpedo at somebody. It's like a perfect barrel pass. Whew. We need to stop using Spartans to win wars and start using them to play a sick, nasty game of American football. That's what we need. Oh yeah, hit button for glow. Yeah, a beautiful B-52 bomber Hail Mary pass. Yeah, I guess that is Griff Ball. Good point.
This isn't Forerunner. It identifies as banished.
Can you operate it?
Damn, elevator, what's your pronouns?
Not that I sleep.
Identify as banished? All right, cool, cool.
It's already.
Can I get you a drink?
Incoming.
But what if it's a friend?
It isn't.
I don't have any friends. What gun you got there, bud? Oh, that's that, like, lock-on gun?
Escherum's orders are that you should be brought before him. He did not specify in how many pieces.
Sorry, I think my mic was picking up some of the game there. How did that sound? Because I'm always curious. Oh, he's got a shield. Interesting. A shield you can see. Yeah. Game sounds great. Okay, it didn't sound like there was an echo or that you were getting any like crosstalk from another source or anything. Frick. I'm relying on the noise floor on my mic because I'm not playing with headphones. I realized that the secret to becoming #1 on Twitch was to reveal my ears at all times. Didn't see getting picked up by the mic. All right, cool. Just trying to make sure that everyone has a positive audio-visual experience. Holy shit, that was cool. But like, that's the sort of thing that has a very loud sound, and he hovers in the air so that it wouldn't break line of sight. Oh yeah, smart design. Okay. I guess it gives you time to grapple away, too. Okay. Oh boy, he's got a lot of health. I'm winning at this range. At least I was. I'm out of ammo. Yeah, interesting to see health bars on the boss. But I like it. I prefer that to, like... You have to give feedback some kind of way that you are doing damage. And I don't think people have the patience to just like try something for a while and see if it works. So like he's getting all fiery and damaged and stuff. And those are other ways to sort of telegraph to the player that, you know, you're doing it right. You just have to shoot him until he's dead. Black flashing red near death.
Right.
So that like the old Konami arcade game way of doing it, I feel like is interesting because it's never specific about how actually close you are. So the flashing red gets faster and faster and faster, but you have no idea what that means. It's just a really fun tease to incentivize you to put in another quarter because surely that boss is almost dead.
I repeat, multiple banished craft are converging on your location. They're coming for you.
Sierra 117. Understood.
You just got the Turtles in Time soundtrack stuck in my head now.
I thought I was on my...
Ooh.
Okay, I got your location. On my way. Be ready.
Thank God there's not damage numbers. Oh yeah. We're just on that precipice, huh? What if you could find different guns and they all had different stats? Some had like 16 reload and other ones had 14 reload. And you had to look at the next assault rifle and be like, well, it's got +2 mobility, but -1 handling, and just be like, what? Huh? Gun rarity? Yes. Okay, so here's what Halo needs. It needs stats for every gun, gun rarity, and gun degradation. Yeah, so Borderlands? Yeah, pretty much, I guess. Borderlands saving grace is that it has tons and tons of things. What did I do? Oh, okay, I can level up my Spartan. Ooh. You know I'm getting that grapple.
Another Silex. But this one's open.
Just weapon customization would be fine.
Why so cynical? It might be something good.
That doesn't sound like Mom's credit card getting rung up, so looks like we won't be customizing any guns today. I'll hear that cash register ding. Halo Man will be green. What about weapon skins? Oh, this little guy. This does damage over time, yeah? Pew! 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 That was cool.
How do we get out of here?
That sound is like the video game equivalent of chicken noodle soup. Swear to God. We have people are getting so freaked out about COVID, but have you considered just playing the Halo charging sound really loud for people? Because I think that would just make all this go away. All these stupid little problems.
Of the Master Chief's might. Do not fool yourself.
Hey, J Part. Thanks for the sub. Can you walk through that room, not waking any of those grunts up? That'd be cute.
It occurs to me.
Oh!
You have not been introduced. I, of course, know of you, Spartan. Your legend. The fear you inspire is admirable. The hope you stir in the hearts of your kind. Misplaced. I want you to know my name, too.
How's this feel on mouse and keyboard? I have a hard time transitioning from controller Halo. I think it feels really good.
Will you beg me for mercy? I am Escharum, War Chief of the Banished. This is my world.
Okay.
And you have little time remaining in it.
Yeah, there's that HDR shot. It wasn't quite as blinding. Like,
This place.
brief aside. I would really like a study of like all the Gen 7 games of like the 360 PS3 era games that all began with like a fucking coming out of the womb montage. Like Fallout is a big one. Skyrim did it, of like that first cave you come out of. I guess it didn't have like a controlled camera sweep, but there's a lot of like blinding light, welcome to this video game world, ye newborn sort of sequences in that era of gaming. I really do feel like the way that like 80s movies had this like bombast and self-aggrandizing weirdness, I think that will be that whole era of game design, and I associate Halo pretty strongly with that, even though Combat Evolved landed well before that movement really started. There's the birds, though! There's the birds! And there's... Granted, I saw the birds in another shot, so I figured they would be there. Because of course they're there. Anyway, doesn't this turn into a kart racer at some point? Master Chief is here to murder aliens! Hwah! Hiya! Okay, that's what the... Oh dear. How did I not see that this was here? I gotta look around a little more. This is pretty fun. Like the first sort of on the ring experience you get is just absolutely stomping through a bunch of stuff, especially after like not really a difficult boss fight, but just sort of like makes you demonstrate some combat awareness boss fight.
I'll go around. Come with me.
You ever heard a grunt earlier talking about self-actualizing? God. I love minion humor. Oh crap. That wasn't a good idea. Oh right, I still have this. No! What a tragic series of events. Yeah, actually, the grunts were kind of minion-y, weren't they? They're kind of short and squat, and they make weird little sounds. They flop around. If you like Halo, you love minions. There, I said it. You're not allowed to deny that fact any longer. Spirit of Plub Phlegm? What? Who's Plub Phlegm? Tell me the secret of Plub Phlegm! Cool. I grappled into a few plasma grenades earlier, still getting the hang of things. Yeah. Yeah. Hopefully we're all gonna be dying in some stupid and embarrassing ways today. Halo! It's time for Halo. Combat Evolved. When Master Chief kills all the Revolve? No, that doesn't work. I gotta work backwards from that rhyme. Evolve, maybe? No wait, that's the original word. That doesn't work. You can't rhyme a word with a word. I don't know much about songwriting, but I'm pretty sure that's a rule. Oh, you're not dead. Woo! This is gonna be an ignorant Halo question, but was his armor always depicted as like that gold sort of color? Whoa! Hit him with every but one of my needles. It was, okay. For some reason I thought it was blue. Maybe that's because that's the effect you see on other Spartans when you're playing multiplayer. They glow blue the closer they are to like having their shields broken. Which is a fantastic bit of audio, or a bit of visual feedback. Do needles stuck in shields not count towards a,
That's the last of them.
needler overload?
Is anything? Don't answer that. If you can find me somewhere to hack in, I think I can guarantee this base will be safe for your friend to land.
Uh-oh. Someone mentioned hacking. It was more glowing white, but also see-through originally. Okay. A cloak and overshield's still a thing. Yeah, yes, in multiplayer. They are absolutely a thing. Something's booping. Oh. A banished audio log. Hey, hey! I'm trying to learn about your people.
Our great victory in the human stronghold is complete, Tremonius. You led our forces well. Atriox would be proud. To mark our triumph, local forces will begin at once to establish a new outpost. The first of many on the hallowed ground of our new home. We will build this fortress in the very shadow of their failure. A monument to their frail...
Mjolnir lockers contain cosmetic items that can be equipped in Halo Infinite multiplayer. Capture FOBs to reveal any lockers in the surrounding area and on the TAC map. Ah! Ooh! I got a color for specifically my helmet. I can't wait to look like a clown-ass weirdo in multiplayer. Black helmet, red suit. It's Harlequin. Oh, you can only super combine the unshielded. Okay, all right.
Is crushed. Thanks to your efforts, that day is
That makes a lot more sense. So they're good for, like, I guess brutes, or better for brutes, but not so much for elites.
Let me see. The Banished are using a modification of...
It's interesting that they always depict her, like, hopping out of his hand instead of just appearing in the cyber platform she's
from their system.
cyber hacking.
We're safe here.
LZ secure.
I think it's cuter that way. Or I think they designed it to be cuter that way. You can see the full halo in the sky. Yes, you can. Well, there's like a chunk broken off of it, but yeah. Bum, bum, bum. Gotta tune out because I haven't made it here yet. I don't know how much longer I'm gonna be able to play. I got a lot of writing to do today, and I have a dentist appointment, so.
Solid ground.
The hand pop is very similar to the ghost animation in Destiny. That's a good point. But the ghosts always float, and they're definitely not human shaped.
We can go.
But yeah, that's interesting. The shwoom.
Can we go?
Hi.
What the? Cortana. But she... This is all her fault.
It isn't Cortana. Tell him.
But it's classified.
Permission granted.
I was created by Dr. Catherine Halsey to mimic this installation's security to trap Cortana for deletion. I was successful.
Cortana's no longer a threat. And now she's going to help us stop the Banished.
Of course she is.
I think I'm with you. I didn't even know what a Banished was an hour ago, and even I can see the odds aren't great.
Yes. Yes, you should listen to her. You're gonna get us all killed.
Oh, this is fascinating. You're trying to survive, but I was programmed to die.
Really? One person with a death wish wasn't enough.
No, I was just figuring what I'm supposed to... Wait. I'm picking up a UNSC distress signal.
Location.
The source is 4 kilometers from here.
Bum. Okay.
Here is the distress signal's point of origin. This is our current location.
Straight up a tower.
This was, until 2 minutes ago, a Banished forward operating base. I say was because now it's ours.
Chief, what is she talking about?
Now, here's the cool part. There are more UNSC forward operating bases that have fallen into Banished hands. Well, pause. They have paws. Each one is associated with a territory. Here is the location of the UNSC signal I've been tracking, and here are 2 more fobs.
Mark it. Let's go.
Let's go. What? There?
I don't want to be like Chief can fly the plane, right? Yeah? Or wait, no, we're not flying there. I guess we would get shot.
Ready and waiting, Chief.
Oh, never mind.
Get on board and we can leave.
Initializing TAC map. I guess there's two more cores in this area. Is that what that is? Yay. Hold on. Let me see what the process of finding pick-upables is like.
You're messing with me, right? First you say you want me to follow some signal. Then you leave me here waiting. Well, go ahead. It's not like I have anything better to do.
I do like dialogue that acknowledges player action like that. Oh, look at all this stuff over here. That would have been useful. Okay. And then there was the map's actually pretty direct in showing you where stuff is. Like the map plus the highlighting seems like it. I'm curious to see how tricky they get with trying to hide collectibles, or if it really is just a matter of like you just gotta walk there and touch it. Is this direction? Yeah. Oh, okay. Down here?
I see your new friend from the Banished ship hasn't given up on you.
Apparently not.
What did he call himself?
Escharum.
Escharum. That's someone I really want to avoid if possible.
I can tell if it's outside. I'm curious what the like radius on the scan is too. Down there? Oh, there it is. Where you look, guys? What are you doing? Who are you? Oh! Oh, look at you. Look at you, little thing. A little rainbow hamster. Some of the collectibles are a bitch to find and get. Found the second skull up in the literal rafters of the second level. Yeah, that's kind of what I expected. Strider, this is something I'm deathly curious about. Do the skulls show up when you scan? Like, can you see a skull sort of glowing yellow through level geometry? Or do you just have to find them? I mean, the skulls themselves are pretty small, so even if they did reveal it with a scan, it's not like that tells you everything. Because it's going to be hard to pick out that tiny little guy shining. Yeah, I'm just really curious about that. Basically looks like a very small circle. Okay. I like that. I like that. Oh. Cool. Huh. Wonder how much stuff is destructible like that. And you're too dummy thick for rickety, banished construction. Yeah. Master Chief too fat. They really should show Master Chief just like cramming a Chipotle burrito in his mouth in between missions. Yeah, there we are. There's our thesis statement, mission theme, victory lap. Remember? Remember when you went to the Halo and you looked at the back? I mean, that was a sick level, and so is this, so whatever, but...
It's beautiful, isn't it?
To some.
I have a question. I was created to lock down Cortana, but I don't know why. What did she do that was so wrong?
Doing that like angled head tilt.
It was our target.
Kill me, daddy.
I understand that, but... Is this classified? Because I don't have all the information.
Chief, this is insane.
All of the like tension of a girlfriend asking about your ex.
Everywhere.
Why did you guys break up?
What the hell did Dr. Halsey give you before your mission?
Halsey only tells people what they need to know.
Fly Pelican straight into enemy territory. No one will ever notice. Great idea, big guy.
I still don't
What are you doing, Step Chief?
her. It feels like something's missing.
Step Chief, help me. I'm stuck in this neural network.
They all noticed. And we've got a buried structure up ahead. Armored. Very heavily armored.
Ooh.
Have to wait, I suppose.
I get to punch a tank?
Get us.
How close? We're unarmed, and you're asking me how close?
Put us down here.
Here?
Just hit me with that and don't stop. Ah, Roberto, hey. I'm pretty good. 2021's been a real chaotic year. But... Ooh, just did his 3-point hero landing. There's more birds. I hope every single, like, framed shot of any landmass on this ring always has a flock of birds flying over it.
We're close to the UNSC signal's origin.
Source.
Unclear. There's just too much chatter on all banished channels. I keep hearing the tower. It's probably the main structure we saw as we flew in.
The tower. Scan that. What? Okay, you scan with WASD. So I was curious how they were going to do this, because if I had to go over land, I'd be like, that's weird. Why would you put the main objective first? you have to like indoctrinate people into doing side quests. So they drop you in a ravine, the only path out which is through a side objective. And then the other one's kind of on the way. You can kind of do it or kind of not. So yeah, interesting stuff. Which game is gonna win Game of the Year tomorrow? I don't know. What are the nominees? I don't know. I've kind of fallen out of. I'm not emotionally invested in the Game Awards anymore, so I haven't really paid attention to a whole lot about what's been nominated or anything. Halo Infinite and The Last of Us Part 2 are going to tie for Game of the Year 2021. Oh, is Last of Us Part 2 in the running? I mean, it's gonna win then. Wait, no, that was last year. I know that Cyberpunk was nominated for soundtrack because Stephanie works for CDPR, so she's going to go. Like, she has to go in case they're gonna win. Which, out of everything that game did really well, I think soundtrack, especially against, with what it's nominated against, honestly, I think Cyberpunk kind of deserves it. But I also think the score for that game was really, really good. I don't have a ton of faith that the people who vote on Game Awards games are going to see it that way, though. So, whatever. And yeah, Infinite came out past Game Awards deadline, which is like mid-November. That was the same with Cyberpunk last year. But yeah, Returnal was fantastic. Is Returnal nominated for Game of the Year? That wouldn't bother me. Psychonauts 2, It Takes Two, Deathloop. This is Game of the Year? I think there's like 7 or 8 nominees or something. I actually have to use the restroom, so I'll be right back. Okay.
We're close to the fob we detected.
This is...
Monsters.
Actually, wait.
Get me to that turn.
Yeah, this is it. This is sort of the thing I was talking about. A path leading down into a valley with a base in it with 2 paths leading out of it. The difference is they show you the map now, so you see it just kind of goes to the same spot. But yeah, this is definitely the combat evolved sort of setup that I was expecting to see once they dump you out on the ring. Pretty rad. Look at these idiots. And here, boop. There's lore. I see it. I like how audible that is. And that clack for the hit effect. Really, really good.
You made short work of that, huh? Now to business. Let's lock down Fob Golf.
A lot of lore around here.
I don't need an ETA on the weapon.
37 minutes, 52 seconds, Captain Lasky.
I don't suppose you could speed that up?
I imagine that's a question for her, sir.
Oh, fair enough. Is the escort...
Wait, Lasky?
Aye, sir. We've got 6 Milson frigates in the advance group ready to move.
Acknowledged. Have them set course at full speed.
Is that the character from Forward Unto Dawn?
I don't like this waiting. We're sitting ducks out here.
That name is familiar. Oh, he's from 4. Okay. Yeah, wait. Was it like the cutscenes that they put out with 4? Because they would do those like those like seasonal events, and each one would have a pretty rad cutscene. No More Heroes 3 didn't get a single VGA nomination. I'm upset. Yeah, I mean, with the volume of games and the outrageous quality that a lot of them are hitting, there's bound to be oversights.
What? Already?
You know, it's gonna happen. I think even people that work on award shows would acknowledge that, like, it'd be nice if you could give an award to every game for the beautiful things it does, but it is what it is.
You're safer here.
Take up the wounded. The Infinity's lost. We are not.
Cool. Spartan Ops. Yes, that's what I was thinking of. That was a neat idea. I remember appreciating what they were doing there. Also, those cutscenes were just like pretty. Well, there was some pretty rad like action in the first one, but then it was, you know, it was some moody talking. The stuff that kind of like sort of laid out the stuff with Halsey. Kind of how I learned about it anyway.
Yes, I was right. All I need to do is chat with the banished security protocol. And by chat, I mean push it out of the way because it is really not smart. And there. We now have ourselves a second fob.
Was that you?
Affirmative.
So what, you're going to just rebuild the UNSC? Piece by piece?
That's his call. I'm just trying to be helpful. Speaking of which, each fob seems to be linked to the BattleNet.
BattleNet.
And if I do this...
I'm surprised they can do that. I would figure Blizzard would have that copywritten.
They're up to. For instance, over here is some kind of banished outpost.
Purpose?
Unclear, but it's well defended, so it's definitely worth looking into and blowing up. And here...
We need Lar Awards. What is your game of the year?
The banished value highly.
Noted.
I'd have to look at the list of all games because I would forget something. I liked Returnal an awful lot. Endwalker is really good so far.
Oh no, it looks like there are UNSC squads engaged in.
I mean, there's a ton of really small, brilliant games that came out. I wish I could put more time into Inscription. Forgotten City came out this year, I think, and it was pretty incredible. So you want to stay away from the BattleNet, yeah? It'd be fun to get my ass kicked, though. Yeah, I would need to look at a list. That might be a fun stream, you know, heading up to year's end, is to just look at the list of releases. Identify the things that I played and really liked, and then maybe also identify the things that I should have budgeted my time better to play. Let's see.
Are you ready, Chief?
What do you think?
Oh, cool. Okay.
I already told you that the odds aren't great.
For them.
Then let's go find out what that signal is.
Mongoose drop-off approaching your LZ, Chief.
Oh, you can spawn guns. Interesting. Let's see here. This year I have a technical game of the year where Ghost of Game was overall really good and so far looks to be Deathloop. Personal game of the year, that was No More Heroes 3. It was fantastic. Yeah, I mean, in the case of No More Heroes 3, one thing that used to bug me, but now I've just kind of accepted is, it's just, you know, just the reality of things, is that there's naturally going to be a demographic, and I don't necessarily mean by, like, age or gender, right, maybe income bracket. There's going to be a demographic that votes on the awards. You know, it's like the Academy has a type. And fittingly, there is a type of movie that appeals to that group. And I think you see similar things with the Game Awards. You're starting to see similar things, I think. There are games that are Game Award bait. Which is not to say that that's why they exist, but I think something like Last of Us Part 2, Gone Home, you know? Those are games that tend to do the things that are celebrated by the types of people that at least I associate with, like, the Game Awards votership. And that includes nominations too, because for my limit, I was only tangentially involved in the process at Funhouse. But if you were part of the like the group that suggested and voted on awards, you could volunteer games for submission too. And I think, I'm not sure, but I'm not sure how influential those volunteerings are. But basically, my point is that, like, groups of people are the ones that nominate games for awards, and then groups of people are the people who decide who get those awards. So, you know, when there's people involved, it's not like the decisions are going to ever square completely with value You know what I mean? And that's okay. There's no way to make it be that way, aside for letting people vote, and there's like a Player's Choice Award, and that's what that's for. So, you know. They're, I guess by sort of reasoning it out like that, it's how I can watch the awards and not take them personally.
A warrior today,
That old doctor. Critics tend to have pretty bad opinions. Well, critics have opinions that don't align with yours. Say that. Put it that way. I'll be diplomatic on your behalf. But I do think that there is a lot of validity to, like, a certain kind of person, you know, cares enough about games or enjoys them enough or was in the right circumstances to be able to get the sorts of jobs and work into the positions of being adjacent to the Game Awards or being considered consequential enough in gaming to be part of the Gaming Awards votership. And I think those circumstances that dictate the presence there also can be a determining factor in taste. And if you don't have any of those factors in common, whether that's what you're looking for in games, what you find appealing about them, all that sort of things, then you'll notice a disconnect. Hey, Locke.
Each time out, I wonder if we've pressed our luck too far. And now, of course, comes my favorite part of my day. Debriefing with Dr. Halsey. The good doctor's unquestionably brilliant, but at an ever-increasing cost.
Wait, Halsey's still around? Or are these logs from an indeterminate time ago? Also, can you capture the post while there's still enemies next to it?
UNSC control. And in the shadow of that banished tower. The closer we get to it, the stronger the UNSC distress signal becomes.
There's an irony to saying critics have bad opinions that I can't quite fully grasp. Yeah, it's an interesting expression. Siskel and Ebert had haters, yeah. I think the difference, especially with Roger Ebert, was he was a critic, but I don't know, there was something different. He talked about movies and components of their craft and form in a way that I found a little more fundamental, a little more, I suppose, objective. But he had the ability to spiritually summarize a film that I think most people could at least relate to and understand, even if they disagreed with his opinion. Yeah, he definitely his approach to criticism has shaped a lot of my own, and I'm very grateful that he, you know, wrote about it while he was still with us. But I especially love his, and this was pretty formative to fully grasp, is that his appraisal of a movie isn't necessarily on whether or not he liked it or had a good time, because that's so subjective. It was the ability to judge whether or not a film was doing what it tried to do. And that requires, like I said, it requires knowledge of craft. Like, you have to see the end result and then not only see what somebody was going for, but appraise their skill in getting to the destination. Some movies you have a great time watching, and it's entirely due to the craft and skill of their creators. Other movies, you know, they're not trying to provide a great time, they're trying to do something else. But it's through mastery of craft that they're able to accomplish those things. Which, you know, I'm reminded of, like, what was it? Neil Druckmann talked about how, like, Last of Us wasn't meant to be fun, and certainly he's right. And they in that pursuit, you could argue they did exactly what they wanted to do, which makes it a good work, or it makes it a proficient work. It makes the craft. You can appreciate the craft, I guess, while not necessarily enjoying or appreciating the artistic merit of something.
Coming from within that main structure, somewhere up top.
Or yeah, Malcolm, there's a difference between not liking something and it not being good. Yeah, which is also, I'm gonna be frank, what makes me, when people insist that reviews are thoroughly subjective, that's when I'm like, well, no, okay, no, hold on now. I think it's possible to provide objective criticism. I think it is possible, but I think a lot of people claim that their criticism is objective when it is not. So it becomes a messy conversation. If they're pointing out facts regarding a game, sure. I still think that it's... What the hell? I still think that it's possible to appraise the success or failure of a craft in achieving its goals in a way that is more or less correct, or incorrect. I think that, like, almost like an architect looking at a building and being like, this building stands properly. I think there are some things that are sort of like best practice, and some things that are sort of core to the experience of doing. Do I shoot it? Oh, it got mad. Are you? How long have they been there? Yeah, Hifu, that's a really good point too. Standards change over time. That's why you can never really link commercial success to artistic validity, because commercial success is so dependent on the whims of an audience and what is seen and perceived as fashionable. Whereas artistic expression is more profound to the human condition. And just because something isn't appreciated in its time doesn't mean that that value isn't there. And that kind of hints at the real virtue of a critic is to have the foresight to Oh, did I jump? I did. I jumped right into that. Have the foresight to recognize those things independent of the circumstances, and trying to think of how to say this so it doesn't sound so self-aggrandizing, but to, you know, it's the Ratatouille speech is essentially what I'm getting at. To defend what's worth defending, or to try to raise awareness of artistic expression that will only enrich people's lives. I think that's the best way to say it. Stream's going up its own asshole this time. Who, me? I'm not saying that I can do this. It's my attempt when I review games, but I don't even do that much anymore because it's a lot of work. Anyway, I know I've thought a lot about this, obviously. That doesn't mean I'm right. Doesn't mean I'm right at all. Jesus. Like a rage shield? Make him block? Huh. They give you tons of these things. I wasn't expecting, like, Donkey Konging to be such a operative mechanic. So anyway, I guess it's been interesting. It's been interesting to see. Gonna run out of ammo real soon. Who need ammo when they're barrel? Who need ammo when they're barrel? Master Chief 2021. You let the dudes out? Do they help you? Oh! Damn, that sucks. Gotten a few Kong kills in multiplayer, and they're more fun each time I do it. Yeah. When you haul that thing and you see the red marker, oh, it feels good every time. I think it's like it used to be people fishing for those free kills with grenades, right? That feels like that's what the new version of it is. Because the grenades don't one-shot unless you stick, I guess. But yeah, if you can... Oh! Jeez. You just barreled me over. If you can just, nail someone with a barrel... Oh, it's so nice. I don't think I ever look at critics for just opinions anymore, more like analysts and people capable of critical breakdowns. Yeah, that's... I feel like unless you find a critic that perfectly aligns with your tastes, which is a nice thing, you know, it's really handy. I do feel like the sort of critical analysis is a little more useful to a majority of people because it doesn't require you to align. And there's a lot of that. I think, and then I think in terms of mastering a craft or expressing skill, what Ebert was good at was brevity. To be able to like provide critical analysis in a short, digestible form. That guy coming for me? That was awesome. And that's when criticism itself starts to become an expression. Wait, he was in Godzilla? What? Who was in Godzilla? I haven't seen the like 2000 Godzilla. I really haven't seen any Godzilla. I watched the Godzilla reboot with Bryan Cranston, and I straight up fell asleep. And then I was just like weirdly sleepy the whole time. I don't know why. Okay, that doesn't kill them, and they instantly have guns. Did they pick up other guns?
There is nothing you can do. Except die.
Where you going, little guy? Yeah! Yes! Yes, my dude. Okay. Love it.
Yes, he does, but fortunately, it's misplaced. When the lockdown triggered, there was a power spike in what I presume was a security building. I've marked it on the map.
Oh, jeez. Don't shoot me. Oh, that feels good. Oops!
Hey, hey, hey! It's fire! Hoist the fire! Swing it around! Down there!
Your defense is like an hour and a half before you see any monsters fighting in that one? Yeah. I remember the intro set, and I'm like, oh, they made it look like an old Godzilla set. Look at all the, like, big old computer banks that are beeping and booping everywhere.
Remove the lockdown.
Alright, fine. Like, that's fun. We're having fun. Then yeah, it was all a tease. I just can't wrap my head around in most Godzilla movies how they feel like they have to tease it out. You already got people's money. They're watching your movie. You won. Show them the damn Godzilla. I came to see goddamn Godzilla. Like this isn't titillating. It's just dumb. Oh fuck! I didn't know that guy was there. I didn't know that you could grapple those barrels. That's sick.
Especially now.
Oh!
It's all I need. The Harbinger is but a first move to secure
He's helping.
our position, our future. Did Cortana know about all this when she chose this ring? Did she expect?
That's why Godzilla vs. Kong was rad. Like, what if there were a ton of monsters and they beat each other's ass like crazy?
The lockdown protocol should be simple to reverse. Let me see. 3, 2, 1. Done.
Ah, so quirky.
Oh.
Banner, thank you for the resub. J-Part,
This
thank you for the resub.
This place is an interrogation facility run by our elite friend back there, Chaklock. His reputation is not good.
Neither is mine.
Oh, you actually like the one with Bryan Cranston because they built up to it? Oh, interesting. So you actually do like the slow build up.
Need to manually activate the gravity lift. I've marked it on your map.
I like these strings kicking up.
This location acts as a holding facility. Prisoners are captured, funneled through to
Hey, what? Oh.
and onto somewhere they
No.
call the
Holy cow. Dude just from the side of the screen.
Holding facility.
My neck turned into jello, like immediately.
Through to Chaklock and then onto somewhere they call the House of Reckoning, which is suitably ominous and banished sounding.
Damn. Wait, how much weapon does those? They fly now? Style quips. It's just too much / poorly written. Feels like too much like Borderlands. Huh.
Captured, funneled through to Chaklock, and then onto
There's been a weird resurgence of like
Reckoning, which
Borderlands snark.
is ominous and banished sounding.
Well, yeah, the Cowboy Bebop Netflix show reminded me a lot of Borderlands, which was like, I don't know how anyone could watch Cowboy Bebop and be like, this should be like Borderlands, but
Prisoners are
someone did it, I guess. So
and then onto somewhere they call the House of Reckoning, which is suitably ominous and banished sounding.
oh, I thought they were gonna be on my ass. Who's doing that? Borderlands type stuff has a place in time. Yeah. And for me, like, used in moderation. I guess for me it was definitely like, especially in 3, I was like, God, just stop screaming. Just give me a character that doesn't yell. That's all I want. And give up on Ava, please. It's creepy that there's like a preteen self-insert character in an M-rated game anyway, so just all of this you need to stop. Please. Please stop. So, I just got way dunked in over my head. Had my fill.
Find a way to activate the gravity lift.
Oh, there it is. Right. How much is it gonna be of like, hit a button, wave of enemies, hit a button, wave of enemies. Like that kind of encounter design makes a lot more sense when a game is co-op. That's Halo? Yeah, you're right. That is Halo. It feels a little weirder now that it's, you know, an open world experience to have like enemy waves. I don't know why. It is a pretty arbitrary distinction. This does not have co-op, not at launch.
Remember, you
Damn.
can't get up there without activating the gravity lift.
Oh, there's still another one. That. See gaming at its finest. You haven't lived until you mash the Windows key in the middle of playing Halo. This looks nice now, but I can't imagine 20 plus hours of this. Yeah, that'll be interesting. I'm curious to see how this game mixes up level design, or if there is any at this point. Like, is it just all gonna be kind of like combat evolved bases, and then it's gonna lean on the like open world Halo combat encounter magic? That's not like irredeemable. I am just curious if there is gonna be like curated levels like the intro, or if old Halo is done now. So we'll find out. Good job. Oh, they have
There we go.
anti-hide behind rock guns. What the fuck? Oh, Jesus. I didn't see anything when I looked that direction. for that bandage to shield Costco. Like, why isn't there... Yeah, I guess arbitrary checkpoints are not new for Halo either. I don't know why there's not a checkpoint on turning on the grav lift or whatever. Bum 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 bum. I get a headshot? Yeah, almost famous for terrible autosaves. Yeah. I mean, I had a soft lock checkpoint. I had to restart the level earlier. Yeah.
Find a way to activate the gravity lift.
Can't be done, Cortana. Or weapon, I guess. We're calling you weapon now. Bum 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 bum. Holy cow. Okay.
The gravity lift's powered up.
That was fun. Ooh, nope, nope, nope. I want that. Goodies around? Oh, whatever. Yeah, I would expect at some point it would transition into like an interior level or like a ship, a dungeon, an outpost. That the interior of which is a more linear sort of crafted level experience. That is useful.
This armor belonged to a Spartan named Hudson.
Yeah, Andy, it's a bad habit to get into jumping around a lot. It works against AI, but it gets you killed in multiplayer. I think some of the dumb stuff I do in Halo multiplayer is because I'm trying to play it like single player. Is this Halo Breath of the Wild? I mean, people have made that comparison, yeah. Oh, okay. Oh. Oh, okay. Boop. Alright, I got it. It's pretty. It's not blue, it's red.
This is not a place to come by choice.
It's the new Dark Souls comparison. I mean, yeah, I guess. I guess there have been a few Breath of the Wild likes. There's been Genshin. I don't know though. Like Breath of the Wild has a level of environmental simulation that is just not as present. And some, I guess Genshin kind of has it. I don't know. And like what is it? Immortals. Phoenix Rising. I think that like Breath of the Wild's shit was crazy because aspects would interact with each other. You'd have enemies wandering into other enemy camps and like I guess a little bit more Far Cry and it's sort of AI behaviors. And all the physics and stuff that you can do in that game is just pretty bananas. I have seen some early clips of people hitting a warthog with a gravity hammer and then grappling to it and it just like propelling them across the map. which is extremely cool. Very, very into that.
Your secrets. Peel back your visage and expose your weakness.
Grunts have shields? Hey! Shit. Most anticipated game of 2022. Whew. I guess I don't really know a ton of 2022 releases yet. I'm really curious about Final Fantasy 16. I guess aside from that, I'd have to look over a list of what's been announced. Horizon? Total War Warhammer 3? Nice, nice, nice. Good picks, good picks. Oh, Spider-Man 2? Yeah. I don't know if, did they say 2022? I guess also Valhalla. Oh yeah, Darktide, that's finally coming out, I guess. Dying Light 2? Yeah, they've been, man. Well, that reminds me, I got a scent kit for Dying Light 2. I got to show off. It looks really cool. It's a really neat idea. In a couple days, Retired Men's Nude Beach Volleyball comes out. Well, all right. Too bad it didn't make it in time for the Game Awards. Oh, here we go. Press nothing and then nothing to equip.
Oh no, Spartan Griffin. He's still alive.
We need to get him out of there. Where's Jackrock?
Unknown.
Yeah, maybe this game is more the Far Cry method of like,
Tower, Master Chief.
it's a lot of open world stuff. Occasionally there's like a dungeony area.
It is where you will give up your secrets.
I like little mini bosses though, that's fun.
The wall's retracted. Watch your back. He could come from anywhere.
Have a good item or weapon for this.
I'll squeeze the last drop of life from you!
Oh, that's why they give you box grenades. Oh, it's N.
Will be realized!
Damn. Oh, that's awkward. Hitting 3 and 4 like that? I'm sure I'll learn, but...
To your fate! Let us test you, Stephen.
Call me demon?
You will beg for death before I'm through with you!
It takes a little stop to like torture your bud while he's talking shit. Keep completely whiffing any chance I have to actually stick him with a grenade. Oh, he just had like outrageous shields. Okay. Look at your sword though. Zoom.
We need to get him out of that machine.
Seems like it hurts. Alright, just need to do a little twirl. Did he really say I vanish?
Shut this thing.
He just really likes being invisible.
Working on it.
Oh yeah, Elden Ring. Of course, Elden Ring.
Okay. Be ready. I'm going to cut him loose.
I was a fake gamer because I didn't say Elden Ring. Breath of the Wild 2?
You're alive.
Look at that lighting.
Chief, The Banished. I tried to stop them. I tried to...
Easy. You're safe now.
The Banished, they have something they call the Conservatory. That's all I know. It's picked up north of here. Dig site. I couldn't stop them. But you can. You have to.
Consider it done.
Is he giving us a quest?
Good.
Bit early to say this. I want to wish you happy holidays in case I don't catch your streams. Well, thank you very much, Tenfold. You know what? It's not early enough to, or too early to say that. So,
Echo 260.
happy holidays to you too.
Can you hear me? I repeat, can you hear me?
That's pretty brutal, though. Like the dude dying in the reflection of Chief's visor. Because you can't show him... Can't show his face, but you can definitely show that he's seeing things like that,
Chief,
which is... And the music kind of gives the feeling.
Please! Did you find the source of the signal? Whatever's down there either has to come with us or be left behind. Can you hear me?
A dig site on the ring? This conservatory must be some sort of Forerunner installation. What do you suppose they're after?
It's time to go.
Cooler, more lasery guns. Damn, well. I guess we just abandon him to the wild animals. Metal. Oh, okay. Chief, we'd like to give you a tank, but we're just not sure that you're worthy of it yet. Maybe if you kill some more aliens.
Whatever the conservatory is, the Banished won't want us anywhere near it.
Then they'll be disappointed.
Yes, they will.
Is that? Is that a grenade? No. I guess it's in space now. There's another bird. Oh! Cool. So all the little... Yeah, these things hurt too. Huh. It's like a scatter grenade. I'll grapple this bird. Oh! Anyway, yeah. There's Ring. Zoomp. I guess the chunky that's blown out must be behind this mountain range or something. Okay, I think I gotta hang it up there. Like I said, I have a dentist appointment, and then I got some heavy-duty journalism to do for this week's Inside Games. So please look forward to that. But in the meantime, a very merry Halo to all of you. Happy holidays. Man. It'll be really fun when if like you make modes where the cooldown just doesn't exist on that thing. Hope no cavities. I feel like I don't have any cavities. I've been flossing and brushing my teeth quite a bit. So I'm excited to go to the dentist because I hope they give me like the, wow, you've been flossing, okay. I'm hoping I get that. I always like surprising dentists with the fact that I am a regular flosser. I've only done it like twice. I was on a really good flossing kick for a while and then I lost it. Last time I went to the dentist, which was like 2 years ago, it was like just pre-quarantine. They were like, "Oh, you're kind of borderline. You need to floss more and use mouthwash." So I was like, "Okay," and then I did. So we're like a year and a half on. I haven't had a cleaning yet because I was afraid I didn't want to go during quarantine. But now it's time to catch up on life stuff. So yeah, maybe I'll get a styrofoam airplane or some like really, really cheap floss, man. Don't ever use the floss the dentist gives you. I mean, it's better than nothing, but ugh, it splinters, it fragments. It's unpleasant. When you got to floss the floss out of your teeth, you know that's not great. And then each time you just leave behind a chunk of the last floss. All right, I'm done talking about floss. And unfortunately, I'm done streaming. I'll be back tomorrow. I should be done with my other obligations tomorrow. So it's going to be Endwalker, sun up to sundown, basically. I'm really excited to get back into that. And hopefully, at this point, the people who are really scared of spoilers and stuff have flown ahead of me and won't be any issues there. So hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. If not, again, have a happy holiday, and I'll catch you next time. Bye, everybody.